You know what? I'm gonna do that later. Large doll's eyes? The plant towers over you. Its stem recedes far into the woods behind it. Oh hey, right. After Murphy grew some doll's eyes on my request, entirely unrelated, I asked her how big she could theoretically grow her plants. She gave it some thought but didn't say anything. The next day, about yeehaw big, she said, pulling me out here. So now we have giant white beanberries growing in our woods. Pretty cool. I prefer the smaller ones. I also prefer when they don't blink at me. Hey, you get gloop all over you now. Here, let me wipe it off for you. She folds the cuff of her sleeve into her palm and wipes the berry gloop off your face. Oh, don't worry about my own shirt getting messy. It'll dry and become unnoticeable anyways. You still have some gloop on your pullover too. I'm not wiping that off for you. Let's move on. What is a pullover? It's no longer staring you down at least. Mesmer seems pleased. Okay. Bell number 2, we're gonna do... Oh, that was crap. I don't know what I was going for there. Forget it. That's me every time I try to make a song on this channel. Hold this wire. Fine, Mesmer, whatever. Sorry, Murphy. If she asks what happened, let's say magical mishap that happened during practice. But do say it was you who did it. Dark clearing? We didn't wander too far in. I don't really go much deeper than this without Murphy anyway. It's not that I wouldn't know my way out. Rather, I don't wish to perturb her botanical experiments. Let's get back on the path, okay? The woods stretch out ahead of you, though it's hard to tell how deep they go. The ground becomes part of the trees, and the trees become formless. Let me go into the void. It's calling me. It's calling my name. Fine, whatever. Do, 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 do. Okay, so this is the other way. Berry bush. Small red berries glisten between purple petals. They smell surprisingly pleasant up close. These are probably the most poisonous ones on the planet. Bittersweet nightshade. Don't eat those. Those are just plain toxic berries. These two grown from one of Melody's concoctions. Once refined in a potion, they taste rather enjoyable. Even if you have to swallow through their toxicity. Of my city, at least the animals here leave those berries alone. Can probably sense it's not good for them. You can agree though, the name is pretty cool. Bittersweet nightshade. The third bell. 3 bells, 3 sessions, 3 witches. What's up with that? Wait, no, there was a 4th bell, I think. Scratch that. Hold this wire. Apparently it's a bush of bittersweet nightshade that it is impossible to burn. Is that sound coming from outside of my room or in the game? No, we can't go here just yet. That's for the next part of our preparations. Let's keep moving. Keep moving where? So we did that part. The left way. So we went the right path. I guess we need to talk about these ones. Oh, blueberries. Not quite blueberries, grown specifically for use in potions. In fact, you've had a little taste of Burby earlier. Burby and Oppenheimer? Yes, the last concoction I gave you. Though outside of potions, they taste rather unremarkable. Mesmerheimer? Not very nutritious either. You hardly find animals clamoring for the Burby. The people, though, the people clamor for the Burby. Apparently there's a bunch of blueberries. Oh, I didn't go this way. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, hey. The squash tree. I love the squash tree. Why do they have human faces on them? Let's take a picture of us under the squash tree. What do you mean your phone is dead? Use your camera instead? Your phone is your camera? I don't know how I feel about that. The squash tree. The squash tree. You ask how the tree grows them? I don't know. Nor do I know why we'd need that many squashes to begin with. Should just ask Murphy how and why we have a squash tree. Aren't they delightful? We were practicing painting our murals for a while. Okay. One time we were out in the woods anyway. We tried carving our faces into some squashes as part of that practice. Carving the straight lines helped with understanding simpler shapes. If you were to look behind the tree, you'd find many, many more squashes with us on them. Though they've probably rotted in the meantime. Yours is rotting too. I suppose it is. Well, I'm sure they'll be happy to carve more squashes even after the ritual. Apparently the squash tree. Piles of squashes litter the ground around its trunk. Oh, hey, yes. We should totally carve one of these for you too. After all, if you pull through the ritual, you're welcome to join the coven too. But I don't have anything on me to carve the squash. Maybe? Of course. You can just use your magique. Consider this an exercise in precision. Here's what I want you to do. Imagine first what you wish to have carved into the squash. I'd like to have one of your face, but if we're just practicing your precision, it could be anything. I'd like to have one of your face, or I'd like to have your face. Would you like to try? Sure. Okay, take a moment to focus on the squash. Carefully imagine what you would like to carve into it. What do I like? Let's do a dinosaur. Okay, there's my dinosaur. And let me get a mean dinosaur. And actually, he's a little sad, so he's got a little tear that looks like an ear. Let's give him some dinosaur sail. Yeah, let's go. And he's got a little pipe. It's a dinosaur pipe. He's got the news too. He's reading the news. He's reading how the economy is falling apart, and all his investments have died. And he's like, "Oh no!" That's why he has a tear. He's actually a capitalist dinosaur, and he's thinking about how he's gonna have to jump off his building because all of his investments are gone. And he has like his house. He'll have to sell the house. He'll have to get divorced from his dinosaur wife. And it does look like a chimichanga, but ignore that. It's a newspaper telling about how his life is over and he has to die. So you know how you want the carving to look? Then focus on the squash very carefully. Raise your arm, close your eyes, focus on the image you wish to carve into it. Then release your magic while careful precision. You do as she says. You cast your magic onto the squash. Figured you'd not be ready for that yet. Well, we can always try again after the ritual. Let's get back to it. Nope. They're art, so leave them be. Nope. I'm rather handsy, so I enjoyed the carving practice. Okay, anything other? I should be using the spacebar thing, the last bell. I had the usual spiel, hold this wire while I blah 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 set up, while I nag blah, touching the bell. There we go. Coffee break. Okay, that should be all the remaining tripwires set up, so we can move on to the next step. Be sure to familiarize yourself with the different bell pitches before we do. Don't worry, I will definitely do that. Okay, so there's one, or there's four I should say. And then where was the other one? Okay, so it's very low. That sounds like the other one. Okay. So before we move to the next step, it's best if the both of us have each bell's pitch memorized, so we know where to look if we hear something. Hopefully you did your part because I will test you on that. You will stay here and I will go back and walk a little tour. I'll purposefully trip the wires, and when I'm back, based on what you heard, you will tell me in order where my little tour took me. Are you ready, or would you perhaps need more study time? You know what? I'm ready. Okay, I'll go. Keep those ears sharp. Oh, this was the squash tree. That was the bush. That was the bush. That was the eyes. And this was the junction. Well, hopefully you... Sorry, give me a moment to catch my breath. Okay, hopefully you did your homework. You tell Mesmer the orders you picked up on. That's absolutely correct. Let's go. Good, good. That means that if we do hear something, we'll both know where to look. I already completely forgot. Superb. Now we can move on to our next preparation step. Next part. Did a slug god die here? Is this their crime scene? Next part, the trap. For whatever this animal's soul turns out to be, and then once we have this done, actually I don't know what the more hard part will be. Our setup, or what happens once we have caught something. Well, one problem at a time. Well, we've already come far enough. I'm sure the rest will work out. Your face looks a bit troubled. Is there something you'd mayhaps like to ask? Why do we need this? Did you not pay attention earlier? Though, if it slipped your mind, that's okay. Anywho, the bells that we hung up mightn't be enough. Well, sure, they will tell us where the animal might be, but if it runs off, we're most likely to lose it. Ideally, you'd use your magic on it the moment you see it. But considering your poor aim earlier, that's not likely. Sorry. In that case, we could attempt luring it to the trap somehow, then we needn't worry about losing it. Because I doubt we'll be lucky enough to see two animals in these woods, especially so shortly after one another. What happens if I magic this animal? Anything else you'd like to ask about, you'd like to speak your mind about? We obtain the animal soul that we need for your part of the ritual. It isn't any more complicated than that. Anything else you'd like to speak your mind about? After we catch something simple, you use your magic on it. Though maybe it won't be quite as simple. If ultimately you find yourself incapable, then I could mayhaps... Nope, thinking too far ahead. Just use your magic, then we'll find something. It'll be okay. And then, okay, that's just stuff from before. I wish there was a way to, like, some indication showing you that you've done, like, this dialogue and its options. Okay, hold that thought. We should hurry before it starts storming. It would be a lot more annoying to do our setup then. So let's... Okay, hold this rope for me. Good. Okay, that goes there where I'm pointing. Okay, and this one right here, this one goes over there where I'm pointing again. Look. Ah, I made you look. Such a tangled mess. Apologies for that. Oh, and this one right there, put it over there. No, it hit wrong actually. The rope is meant to go there instead. Whoops. Okay, now just these last few ropes. This one goes there. Is there like an IKEA for animal traps? There. And there. It's called Ikilla? Is that a good joke? There's a joke somewhere there. And here. And there. Stop. What? No, that was correct. Resume. That should be it. Question mark? I think question mark? Yes, a hit. Question mark. Looks like it's all set up now. Exclamation point. Look at our handiwork. Okay, next, we could just wait here until something wanders across the trap. But that could take a while. We need some kind of lure. What to use? Oh, of course, berries. There's a bush of berries in these woods that all animals like to nibble from. We stumbled across them earlier. If you had been more talkative, I might have identified them. There's still some prep work I need to do here. The trap still needs some calibration, so while I do that, you can go find those berries. Not sure which to pick? Just take a small bite, and if it tastes good, then bring those. Got that? See you in a bit. I mean, you know we gotta do it. Ah, oh, come on! God damn it. It would have been so funny if after all that you could destroy this and she turns around and she just glares at you. And you just have to leave. Oh, hit. That was fast. No, you're empty-handed. Is there something you want to ask then? Animal soul? Question mark? I'd love to elaborate now, but we both have things to be doing. Be doing? What did she just say? And without the theoretical background, it wouldn't make much sense to you anyhow. Not that I'm calling you simple. Apologize if it comes across that way. Look, just complete your task of fetching some berries. Later on, at a more convenient moment, I'll explain it to you. I'll already start churning it over in my head, trying to come up with a good way to explain it. So give me some time to think, okay? Let's get back to your prep work. Let me think of a way that you'll be able to digest the fact that you have to blow up this animal, alright? Yes? Is there something else you want to ask? What are you doing? Oh, hey. I'm surveying your setup, making sure it's correct. What are you doing? I don't see any berries in your hands yet. Is it a berry in your hand, or are you just frustrated to see me? Yes? Just some berries to throw over the net, something that lure an animal in. You didn't taste the greatest, though obviously more alluring if it's a good kind of berry. Likely be easier if you had stopped to ask me about the various bushes on the way. Well, just pick from any bush. I did though. What if I just get out? Fine. Okay, so these are toxic, but they taste sweet, but animals don't like them. Oh, I forgot to ask her about the pineapple ones. Well, I mean, obviously I'm gonna get the... You can see how they're simple white berries with the black stuff at the end. I'm obviously gonna taste one of these. And that knowledge doesn't stop the feeling of them staring you down, though. I can't have these ones? I thought I could go there without her being there. I mean, the blue burbies, they're blue burbies, I see. Recall what Mesmalie said about these berries. Not very much nutritious either. You'll hardly find animals clamoring for the burbie. Let's pick them. You stuff as many berries as you can into your hoodie's front pocket. I wonder if I can just bring as many berries as I want. Stuff as many berries as you can into your hoodie's front pocket. Oop. That's number 1. That's 4. There's 2. Leave. So there was something here. But they're gone now. These animals leave these berries alone. Can you probably sense they're not good to eat? Let's pick them too. Did I hear that right? Did I hear one of the bells go off? That was you, wasn't it? I told you to be careful and not set them off. What? You insist it wasn't you? Well, I would have expected you to put up a bigger fuss if it had been an actual animal, so don't worry, because at least you're back now. With the berries stuffed in your pockets, show me them, the berries. Give. You don't know which ones to pick, did you? So you just got an assortment. Well, I suppose this could work. Just throw it all over the net. Well, that's the bells, tripwires, and the trap sorted, so now we... Wait. For something too, there's something in the woods. Make itself known. Did you hear that? What was that? Sounds like it came from nearby. Let's go and take a look. Stay low and very quiet. We don't want to scare it off, whatever it is. So let's take a peek. It's the deer god from Mononoke, Princess Mononoke. Oh, a deer. Oh, never mind. It's the, what is that? Isn't this the Rocco guy from Rocco's Modern Life? What? A doe, a female doe. Goodness, just look at it. Oh, this is a deer. You see this too, right? See what? Shush. You'll startle it. It's so elegant. Just look at its stature, those graceful strides, that tasteful off-white color, and the way between walking that it anchors itself to the ground. It reminds me of the peculiar pose you make when you cast your magic. It is perfect. If I had to use an animal to describe you, well, I probably wouldn't use a doe, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what animal I would use for that. Probably a platypus. So never mind that. But for the purpose of our ritual later on, I think this doe would make for the perfect animal soul. Gosh, to think of all animals we could have found in the woods today, that it'd be one this big. What now? Oh, right. Sorry, I got a bit distracted. So I can make so many jokes about her being distracted by a big one. I think we can use this for the main part of our third session. But it's not that kind of show, and it's not that kind of channel. To extract the animal soul for the ritual, I want you to use your magic on it. We needn't even use the bells nor the trap. Magicking the animal is all you have to do, so please. Well, we have a perfect sight on it. Raise your arm and do your thing. What's with the hesitation? What happens if I do? Why does that matter? You needn't worry about that. It will be okay. The doe won't be harmed. But no animal soul, no ritual. So please just go ahead and do as I ask. Anywho, shush. Let's not scare it off now. Use your magic, please, while we have the opportunity. I can't use it on her. Alright, well, goodbye, doe. Let's make it a headshot. Why are you hesitating? I'm trying as best as I can. You're already aiming at it. Just use it, your magic. Why are you being like this now? Do you need my assistance, really? You just aim as you've been doing, then you do that motion with your hand, like this. Oh no. You missed. How did you miss? We can't let it get away. We're running after it. Draw your magic. Get it the doe. Before it runs off. It's too fast. Be careful not to trip. We're gonna trip over the friggin' thing again, aren't we? It's running deeper and deeper into the woods. It's getting away. Why aren't you aiming more proper? Where'd it go? Oh, hit. What? You tripped. Okay, we tripped. Okay, I tripped. Are you okay? Warbly. You're beginning to get on my nerves. Just now? Gosh, so many hurdles in our sessions today. Did you happen to get it? The dough? Let's get up and get our bearings. Well, I don't see it anywhere. He must have gotten away. Okay, first, let's find out where we are, and then find out where it went, and then find out why we are. The dough. Though, if we're here as two, mayhaps it'd be best if we split up. I or you could go find the trap, and you or I could find the dough at the same time. Yes, we'll split. What would you like to do? Find the dough. Wait, no, sorry. It makes more sense if I go find the trap. Oh wait, you just said you'd go find the dough. Well, that works out then. Hopefully it's not too far off. I will come find you once I have located the trap. Shout if you need me, or don't. That might startle the dough. What do I do if I find it? Well, either use your magic on it, or as soon as you have it in sight, or wait for me. I won't take long once I know where we are. See you in a bit. Get going already. We don't want to lose the dough. Me? I'm just taking a moment to recover before locating the trap. After all, unlike the dough, the trap isn't moving around in the woods. Find the dough. No, the dough probably did not go that way. Just a gut feeling, I think. I think that's rather where the trap may be. I will find it, don't worry. Always a critic. Oh, they come back. There's nothing there, huh? Do, what a beautiful pair of flowers. It'd be a waste if something happened to them, which they did. What the fuck is this thing? Wilting plants. Its head is too heavy for the stalk to carry. The petals look too dense for even your magic to penetrate. And the things come back probably from Murphy's magic. That's what Murphy's Law is about. Once you do one plant magic, you can never go back. There has to be like a hidden secret behind these, right? Like, look at this right here. There has to be a secret here. A little weird thing. I am not sentient. Don't go asking my friends. We're in a lot of hurt. Please don't tell the witch. Please don't tell the witch. I'm one of the friends. We are decaying and it hurts. It really does, I tell you. Please tell the witch. We're not growing anymore. Why aren't we growing? It hurts very much. Maybe decay is another form of growth. Please tell the witch. Okay, it's gonna be out of consensus. When a plant dies, it undergoes senescence. That is a really good word to learn. We are undergoing senescence and it hurts a lot. Please don't tell the witch. Okay, so it's 2 versus 2 right now. And you're lucky I can't burn your face.